What's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hopefully, you guys, let me see who's in the chat. Good afternoon, good morning, and good night, everybody. Yes, let me get on the camera. Let me get a little bit more comfortable. I got a little backdrop now and everything for you guys so we can hang out. I'm just trying out different lighting and everything like that. Give me a second, guys. I'm just trying out different lighting. Want to get everything. Yeah, I actually purchased this backdrop off of Amazon. Thank God. It was about $40, $50. It came with the two, I would say, tripods, and then the branch it over and everything like that. So makes it a little easier. Bought a spotlight and everything like that. See, so I can adjust the likeness and everything. So I'm investing. I'm investing into my YouTube so it can be a little bit better for you guys. But I hope you guys are having a great afternoon. What's going on, Silva, Jose? What's going on, BZ? What's up? What's going on? Happy Saturday. Once again, for anybody who's going through anything right now in this world, from the corona to anything else you experience, some of you guys are losing your jobs or your furloughed. I'm sorry. We'll all get through this. Some people have lost loved ones. I'm really saddened by this, including myself. People that I know have lost their loved ones. So we'll get through this. But today we're going to talk hard nonsense because that's what we got to do. We got to hang out and have some fun. All right. So let's go. Let's get it. Beat by a Girl, what's going on? Check out Beat by the Girl Instagram. She has a, what is it? That Neiman Marcus gold color Q60, and she probably drives better than most of us on here. Just want you guys to know that. But Black Man, what's going on? What's going on, VC? How are RT turbos? How much did they cost altogether? Did you need to give them your stock turbos? I haven't installed the RT turbos yet. That's number one. Number two, the cost, they're $22.50 for the two set of two. They charge $800 for core charge and then taxes. So they probably came like somewhere, I think, $3,200 or $3,300. But when you get them installed, you'll send them back your cores. So you get back $800 if you are a non-Red Sport, and if you are a Red Sport, it should be, I believe, $1,000. So that the final cost would probably be somewhere around $2,500 after returning core charge and everything like that. Henry, what's going on? Dallas, Texas, where you at? Y'all in the building. What's going on? Clyde the Truth, what's going on? Bradford, check out Bradford White's channel, man. Definitely a fellow Ultimate brother there. Definitely supporter of the Boosted Motion channel. The red in the link description below, everybody. Oh, yeah. I got on some more Boosted Motion merch. I don't think I have this shirt up anymore. This was an old design, one of my first designs. So it makes me look like Mario. I feel like Mario wearing this. But Bagman, how did those wheels work? Did you run them yet? No, I didn't install the drive on the racetrack or anything with the drag wheels yet. So no, I don't know if they're gonna be good, but they should be the NT05Rs. And I have them on really lightweight 18-inch wheels. They're about 19 to 18 pounds each. They're about the same weight as my 19-inch wheels. So I'm probably gonna have grip, hopefully. B-Rock finally got my suspension figured out. Yes, girl, that's what I'm talking about. B-Rock girl be going in. I'm telling you, she's a better driver than most of us. I'm telling you guys, y'all guys think that going straight is fast. Try to go around a racetrack. That's what she's doing. Little Hulk, hey Boost, what's going on, man? What up? VZ, you should do a live on IG to get everyone from there to come here. Oh yeah, I usually do that, but I try to answer everyone's questions first here because I signed in here. I love my IG family and I love my YouTube family. My IG family is a little closer to me though. I'm just saying they're a little closer to me. I bang with them, but I'd rather deal with you guys first with your questions for who's coming in, and then we'll get to them later. All right. That means they didn't hit the bell notification. Let me see. Okay, Boost, you should. Okay, cool. Motion control suspension is finally making a coilover for our platform. I'm not too positive what that brand is, but most likely it's another coilover company. It's always good to have different branch of different coilovers on the market for us to go with. Super Dave, Q50 TT or E550 bi-turbo, what do you think? I'm not too familiar with the E550 bi-turbo. I know most likely the turbos sit in the middle of the V. Like I know Audi does the same thing. to be honest, bro, just compare the cost. If you're gonna lease it, look how much it's gonna lease. If you're gonna finance it, look how much it's gonna charge you to finance. Then finally, look at parts and installation prices and the actual outcome. Pretty much, what are the results? Is it gonna get you where you wanted to get you? Do you want to be a 10-second car? I know those V8 bi-turbos could probably get you into 10s a little easier than the Q50 TT. Pretty much we put on T. MCS racing coilovers. Okay, never heard of them, but if you want to send me a link on IG, let me take a look at them. But I'm not really so much of a coilover guy. Just want to be honest with you. Little Hulk, I ordered AMS intake. Just excited to install it. Any idea how it helps with performance? As per AMS have stated, it usually helps with the higher RPM, the higher amount of spooling. I just want to make sure that it got a little cloudy. Yeah, it helps usually up with at the higher end, like 4,000, 4,500 and up. But throwing on a stock car doesn't really help it as much. But it seems that as you turn up the boost, it's just more efficient than OEM. But some people just love OEM intakes. Okay, super thanks. Okay, cool. Got 25 of you guys in the chat. If I got 25 of you guys, I should have 25 likes. Just saying, I got 4 likes, 25 viewers. Come on, let's get it up. I know you guys want to ask me some questions. We can talk about anything. I'm probably going to be on here. As of right now, it's about 5:37 Eastern time. I try to stay on my lives for at least 2.5 hours. I try to give you guys time. So we'll see how this one turns out. Clyde says, doing a custom supercharger using a stock dual intake manifold G35X channel coming soon. No problem, Clyde. Definitely do it. As more people come to this platform, or as VQ37s are getting cheaper and cheaper, a lot of people are doing one-off builds. You guys already know Eric Flores and his 800 wheel horsepower Q50. So that's dope. It ain't easy to get to there. Y'all see the numbers, but you guys think it's easy to make 800 wheel horsepower on 3.7. No, this guy had to do any and everything. A lot of sleepless nights. I could just only imagine what he went through. Ideal. I have a few things that I need to get fixed on my G37, but it may cost me a little over $5,000. Should I buy another UG37 and call it a day? Ideal. You know your car, and here's the thing about it. Who says that next G37 may not have worse issues? I'm just saying, just being honest. Because the biggest issue with the G37s really is, depending on what year it is the galley gasket issue with the engine, and depending on if the person didn't service the transmission. So you know your car. See if you can try to be able to price it a lot cheaper to whatever needs to be fixed. If it's a type in the chat and let me know what the specific issue is that it's $5,000. I'm gonna just off the head see what I can find out that could be done cheaper for your car. E-Bike Girl went to the track last night. Drag times weren't the best times, but it was good shift points to them. Hey, wait, you still ain't get tuned, right, Beat-Bar Girl? Once you get tuned, it's gonna be a whole nother monster. Because I think you're still JB, right? Yeah, you're gonna be a whole nother monster when you get tuned. Can't wait till the next meet. Definitely, man. Me too. Hey, Boost, my previous question was skipped. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed your question, bro. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. I don't see your question, bro. At what is that? Max? I don't see your previous question, so hopefully you can type it in. I don't see it in the chat. Around 58, 5,500. Okay, cool. Oh, that was a question. What's the best shift points? Oh, what are good shift points? Oh, I'm sorry, Beat-Bar Girl. Second and third, to be quite honest, because second, if you go through second really fast, I still shift like around 55, 6, depending on how fast. When I was JB4, it was a lot easier. But once I became tuned, it was just revving quicker. So I tried my best to shift at like 5,500. If it's like first to second, I try to shift like 5,000 because sometimes it goes so fast, you know. But thank you, VZ, for answering that. What offset do you run? Give me a second, guys. He says, what offset do you run on your rims? Wheels, bro. Wheels. Devin, we call them wheels, not rims, okay? The rim is the outer edge of the wheel. The wheel is the whole, you know, the whole circle. That's the whole thing is a wheel. My offset is plus 35, and it's 10.5 on all 4 current corners. My drag setup is 9.5. plus 35 in all 4 corners. That's on BBK and non-BBK, because now I have a BBK. Be by girl, I shifted, of course. Okay, cool. Malco, what's going on? Ever raced a E90 M3? I believe your car is faster. Yeah, my car should definitely be faster than the V8. That car makes no torque. That V8 M3 doesn't make any torque. It's all horsepower. So you can compare E90 M3 to, let's say, S550 Mustang 5.0, like the current gen. You can compare their power. So when I was JB4, I was walking my friends on 5.0. Now it's no competition. I just believe I'm gone. Let me see. Okay. Map 7 safe on Silver Sport 93 E30. Yeah, you can do E93 on map 7, bro. Perfectly fine. You can do map 7 on 93 fuel for your 3.0 300 horsepower version. That's fine. That's one of the things that's always been done since JB4 has been coming out for this platform. My FR seems to dip 13. Usually it dips when you first get on it. Let's say you're trying to data load the car from like 2500. You're gonna see the AFR spike even to 15 because the car didn't jump in and deliver enough fuel yet. It's just something that it just does. Even some people who are tuned may see it flare up a little bit, but it's just that tuners try to bump the fuel pressure quick enough for the excess boost. The JB4 really can't do that. So, but that's perfectly fine as long as you have after a while, as long as you can upgrade the heat exchanger, that helps out so much down the line. The heat exchanger. Without the heat exchanger, you only get 1 to 2 good runs in, and that's it. The car is going to be slow, losing to like, I don't know, 5.7 mopars. You're going to be losing to those cars. But anyways, I took JB4 off, didn't like it. All right, makes sense. I agree, girl. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. You felt comfortable with the car was. Makes sense. What's the next meet that you're putting together in Brooklyn? At VZ, I don't know at this current moment. Como has extended the stay-at-home order to June 7th. This pisses me off because I'm supposed to go to Mod to Fame's event May 30th, and I haven't checked in that group chat to see if they're even going to have it the May 30th. They might have to move it to the next date, which is sometime in June. So what happened? Well, we'll see what happens. But that makes me upset because the DMV is still not open. I don't understand. DMVs, I understand, have too much people there, but it's essential. We need for it to be done. People have expired license, registration, everything. We need this stuff done. Anyway, let me stop speaking. Yo, NYZ Fly Guy, check his channel out. He's a fellow G37 owner. He's trying to start up his YouTube channel, so definitely check out NYZ Fly Guy. Yeah, I'm ready for my GoPro to come in so I can get back to uploading. Fly Guy is craving. Yo, bro, you don't really need a GoPro to vlog, to record things. Just take your phone. Make sure you put it in 1080p, 60 frames per second, and just go. Like, that's it. That's my recommendation. A GoPro is good for like road racing and certain specific other things, but your phone is like one of the best, I gotta say, tools that we have. Like, that's it. The GoPro is more to me as an accessory. I had a GoPro before, but nowadays it's my phone. My phone does most of it, but my high quality videos, I do it on my Canon M50. This one has a really good clarity. I love this. Love this camera. Anyways, let me speed up a little bit. Ideal dashboard airbag, steering wheel airbag, motherboard reset because the seatbelts were locked. Front bumper support version, rear bumper. Brief history: I hit a stray dog driving. Ooh, okay. So I'm guessing you might have deployed your airbags, and a few things have to be reset. I guess most of the reset things could be done by computer. I guess they plug it in OBD, and they probably could reset it that way. Dashboard airbags. You can, unless your car is totaled, just buy the airbags used off of eBay or car_part.com. So you could try to piece together a lot of these small things and install them yourself. Rear bumper, front. Okay, you said front bumper sport version. Yeah, I know that's gonna cost a little bit of money there, and you gotta get it painted and installed. Rear bumper too. Seatbelts were locked. Okay, so it seems like most of it is just computer stuff. The rest of it is just parts. So airbags deployed and bumpers. To me, bumpers and paint sounds like the most expensive. So Yeah, you could be right. That could be about $2,000 to $3,000. But my recommendation, if you can piece it together a lot cheaper from like car_part.com and just order from local junkyards, it just makes it so much easier if you don't have to deal with inspections or anything like that. We have to get the title pretty much cleaned or get us a salvage or built title. Okay. What's going on, Curry? What's going on, man? The Black Man. ECU Tech, the best tune you get for 3.7, or did they have others? You could go with UpRev too. UpRev, that's the second company that you can go with. UpRev. I talked to a tune guy. He says that doesn't do it to take tune. Could you safely say die in the best tune? What? Say die? What? Could you safely die? No, I don't know what you mean, but you can also tune the car on UpRev. UpRev. That's the second other tuning platform for the 3.7. Hey, Boost, do you see any issues running 265, 35, 20 plus 35 offset? No, not at all. But you did not tell me if you're stock height or not. So at FVP, if you're lowered on coilovers or like super downs, I could see it being perfectly fine. Depending on what's the width of those wheels, though, it can't be like a 11 and a half. You can probably stretch the 265 on like a 10 and a half because you don't want it sticking out too far from the car. But 10 will be really good. You should be able to clear because my car is 255 on plus 35 offset. And I can fit probably up to a 285, which I recently found out. V8 M3 has to be the slower. Yeah, it has to be slower than the S550. Yes, Nick, you're right. It is. FVP, he still will need a console 3 to access those features. I guess you're talking about what I'm speaking about earlier. Anything I should add for my Q50 RS? AMS intakes, AMS heat exchanger, drive shaft, downpipes. Well, good parts. Toyo tires, tune, motor down exhaust, AMS coolant tank. Sounds like you put a lot of good parts there, like a lot of high quality parts there, and you're already tuned. I don't see lower downpipes here. You just said intake. I don't see that you don't have any lower downpipes at service. I don't see any lower down. Oh, you said downpipes. Okay. You can get the 2-gallon Fender tank. It puts about 2 gallons of coolant in a tank, which helps add more coolant to the heat exchanger system, so that you won't repeat. You do not want to you don't want to heat soak as quickly. But it is a little expensive. AMS charges like I think $450 for it, but I think it'll be really good for your car, especially that's getting hotter outside, and you could probably heat soak a lot less. That's honestly really it. I mean, if you didn't say if you're all-wheel drive or not, maybe look into getting a rear differential. Pretty much LSD for the rear if you're rear-wheel drive. B-Bot Girl, have an appointment at the end of the month and dyno install. So yeah, so AMS tuning your car, B-Bot Girl. That's what I'm hearing. Oh yeah, I saw that you drove an M4 GTS too. That car is amazing. Doesn't it come with like a ice box or something in the back? Doesn't it run meth? I installed the AMS full down pipes on my Q60 now. Now I get a P420 code and a P0430 code. Because you went full catless at 2N, you went full catless. So the car is now reading no cats at all. That's it. There's just no cats. So you're gonna have those codes. You're gonna have to get the car tuned, bro. You're gonna have to get the car tuned, or the second option you can try to do is look into what we call oxygen sensor spacers or oxygen bugs or O2 bugs. Pretty much just pushes the oxygen sensor out of the stream of exhaust gases so that it could read a minimal amount of gas, and it kind of tricks the ECU to think that the cats are still there because it's reading a minimal amount of exhaust gases. You can try that. You can stuff a little bit of steel wool into it. That actually helps out too. That's what I used to do back in my G37 days. So, but give it a shot. But you went full catless. You're gonna need to get tuned, bro. I believe I'm gonna need a new dashboard as well because the front passengers. Yeah, you're gonna have to change out the dashboard. I mean, if you want to buy a rear, if you really love your G, bro, buy one. If you have a friend or know somebody who has access to an auction, buy a G that was rear-ended. That fixes most of it. Like, as long as you don't have to go through an inspection station or anything like that, just buy a second one that was rear-ended off of like Copart or IAA, and there it goes. Boom. You might actually find some people who might have crashed their car and didn't have insurance. So They just have to sell the car for parts. You can do that too. There's plenty of people who's parting out these cars. Check Facebook Marketplace, check Craigslist, check Search Tempest in your neighborhood. I'm telling you, man, there's people, you might be able to piece together some of this stuff. Give it a shot. But if not, if you feel as if the money is right and you feel comfortable jumping into a newer car, do that too. Or jump into another G if you really love them that much. You can do that also. 604. Hey, bro, thank you for the Instagram message yesterday about the tires. Love and respect. Oh, appreciate that from Vancouver, Canada, man. Appreciate RX Driver. Okay. Stock minimum 10 inches. Yeah, that's fine at FVP. You can definitely do the 10 inches with the 265/35. But stock, I would recommend you change that offset to, like, if you can get it like a plus 45, because the wheel and tire is going to stick out a little bit from the body, and you may not enjoy that. You might not like that look. I'm just saying, I don't like the look of when the fender's here and the tire's like right here. So you might get that look, and you may not like it. But if you're going to lower the car on springs or coilovers, then you'll be good to go. Oh, shout out to my girl, Beat by a Girl, for dropping $10 in the chat. Well, $9.99. I appreciate that very much. Much love and respect to her. Once again, I'm going to say it again. Beat by a Girl has an Instagram. This girl has a Neiman Marcus Q60, and she drives around a racetrack. Most of you guys don't know how to drive around a racetrack. I don't know how to drive around a racetrack. So definitely, it's nice to get to see that these cars are literally doing everything. All right? They're doing everything. We're parking lot kissers. We're going down the drag strip, and we're going around some figure eights and everything. I love this. This is amazing. Thank you, B-Bot Girl. Appreciate that very much. At FBP, okay. Beside performance mods, do you plan on doing something to the infotainment like aftermarket one? At WIC 9, I do have a NAVIKS unit that's already integrated. I did a sponsorship months back with them, and I have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but I really don't like their specific unit. When it first came out, it was like one of the only units next to the Tesla screen models. But now I've been seeing a few people or a few companies have came out with their better versions of the Android units. And the NAVIKS unit it's light years too old. It doesn't have touchscreen or anything like that. And it's still wired for Android phones, because, you know, I got an Android here. But but iPhones is wireless. But in the distant future, I'm not gonna lie to you, I really do like the Phoenix Tesla style, or Tesla, whatever you want to call it, style screens, because it's one piece and it looks way more up to date. I like that. The two screens years ago when I first saw it, I thought it was so cool, but now look at it, it looks dated. It should have just been one flowy screen, and that would have been it. The car would have been looking good. But that's what I would do in the future, bro. Push limits. I appreciate the info. Yeah, of course, brother. I hope. Oh, sorry, man. I missed that question. I apologize. Who has the fastest Q50 at this current moment? The fastest Q50 is probably gonna be Vincent. His old Q50. He has a GTR right now. He's probably the fastest Q50 that was a non-shop car. And that's about it, because he actually went to the track and raced. So yeah, Vincent's Q50. That's the blue one. That's the only person I could think that's the fastest one at this current moment. Sorry for missing that question, bro. I apologize. It's just, you know, I'm doing this and that and that. Girl, I appreciate the info. Okay, cool. Hey, Boost, would you go with a 10-inch wheel, bro? Wheel. Stop saying rims, guys. Rim is the outer edge of the wheel. Just want you guys to know, rim is the outer edge. The wheel is the whole thing, okay? And then the tire goes on the wheel. All right, cool. Hey, Boost, would you go with a 10-inch wheel up front? Yes, of course. I have 10.5 inch in the front. Some people have 11 inches in the front. Just saying it. We're talking about wheels here. I just want you to know that. But so I did that. Yeah, you can definitely do a 10-inch wheel in the front. I have 10.5 inch in the front with a 35 offset. Okay, what are your thoughts about motor down exhaust? If you're the guy who asked me about the motor down exhaust, I think it sounds really good. I think it takes a little while to get you because they all made to order. But once I'm always going to say, I tell every guy who asks me about exhaust, go to YouTube, listen to a few other YouTubers who posted up their sound clips. Or you can also go on Facebook and join these forums where people love putting up their exhaust sounds. And boom, there it goes. You can see, you can pick and choose what you really want to go with. Red Sporting 818. What's the biggest rear tire I can go on my 2018 Q60 rear-wheel drive Red Sport? I think it's a 20-inch, and I think it's a 10-inch wide. I got 285 on there now. At this current moment, you can put 325 in the rear. Yes, you can put 325 in the rear of your Q60 Red Sport. You have to go with a. I have a few videos about this already. They're old though. You have to put it on 11 to 11.5-inch wheel, and the offset is gonna need to be like a 60 to a 55 to a 60. So like a plus 55 to a plus 60 offset. So that means I have videos old explaining what offsets are. So definitely check out some of those old videos. I posted up like last week. But the wheel is gonna be more inside the wheel well, and that's how it's going to let you clear it. And, 11 to 11.5, you can definitely throw a 305 to a 315 on that all day. So, yeah, you can do it. It can be done. Gustav, my Q60 seems to make a noise. It sounds like a boost leak. How can I tell? Thanks, man. I don't know if you just can't eyeball it. You just can't eyeball it. I've never checked boost leaks necessarily on my car. I just double check to make sure everything's tight. The best way to know if you have boost leak is, to be honest, does the car feel slower? Like, does it now just feel slower? But you're saying that it seems to make a noise. The noise may not be coming from a boost leak. What did you do anything different in the car recently? Did you install anything? Just some those questions are a little vague sometimes. But I really wish I can tell you how to look into a boost leak. But what I recommend is, if it's still in the warranty, take that girl in. Just saying. If you have a friend who has a mechanic shop, take it to him and have him just double check it for you. But at this current moment, I wouldn't know how to tell you to check for a boost leak. Sorry, man. What's going on, man? Sup, brother? Steven, do you think Infiniti will ever bring back the performance IPL? That would actually be really cool. But because they have now used the Red Sport 400 name, it would just be confusing for them to now say Red Sport 400 IPL. Like, what? That doesn't make sense. They should have made this 30th edition that they did this year. What was it called? The 30 years looking forward or whatever, or Black edition or whatever they called it. They should have made the 30 years the IPL version and made the IPL give the look. But I don't see them bringing back the IPL. I don't see it. Anytime, bro. Anytime. Okay, GOAT. I'm not a GOAT, bro, but I'm just here to help you guys, man. I just want to help you guys, answer you guys' questions. That's pretty much it. John, man, what's going on, man? John, what's up? Yo, John, I haven't seen you in so long. I did check your message. Yeah, definitely. I definitely remember checking your message, but all the messages I forgot to get back to you. But John, it's good to see that you're doing well, that you're doing safe, and you're, pretty much. It's crazy out here. I know, freaking crazy out here, dude. I put the IPL badge on my Red Sport, full bolt-on ECU Tech tune, also MS badge. I have a lease Q50 for 3 years. What should I do to make it look nice for now? It's a Q50. It's supposed to be nice. I'm just saying. I don't know what you want to do. I mean, you said you leased it for 3 years. That means it's about time for you to bring it back, right? You only have about, 3 months? So this is it. Like, you giving the car back or not? Would you do 275, 40, 20? I think 40 wall is too thick, bro. I wouldn't do a 40 wall on a 20-inch with these cars. I think that's just way too thick for a 20-inch. If that was a 275 on a 19, I would do it. If it was a 275 on an 18, I would do it. But a 20-inch, it's just going to be too thick. It's not going to look right. I would recommend like a 275, 35, 20. Yes, and you can do that on RSR springs. Just depends on the offset of the wheels. Remember, try to go with a higher offset wheel when you want to go with wider tires and everything like that. I PL'd my car. John. On a Q60. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. Okay, I see some rice. Yes, I got some rice on my calipers. I got some rice on my shirt too. boostinmotion. Now exploring pure turbos and a retune. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna definitely exploring this turbo thing, but it's up to you, bro. Pure turbos seem like they're doing great numbers, but knowing you, dude, just wait. AMS, hopefully they bring out their turbo soon. You might want to jump and get those, because I noticed that they're stating that they're going to give us different options. There's going to be an option for people who want a built motor, and there's going to be people who don't have a built motor and can get those specific turbos. So we'll see what happens. Okay, you have 2 years left. Okay. It's up to you, man. I can't tell you exactly what you want to do, bro, when it comes to making your car look better. You can start with lip kits, rear diffusers, carbon fiber bits from interior. The best and quickest way to change the look of your car is your wheels. Change your wheels. Those are one of the best ways to change the look of your car completely. Second is, coilovers or drop springs. That's another whole different look you get in the car. That's when you look back and you just be like, damn, girl, I want that. But definitely look into doing those different things. Jesus or Jesus, I apologize. Would you get RSR downs if you have DDS? Yes, I've said it plenty times on video at Jesus. RSR downs on DDS suspension is perfectly fine. Definitely do it. Hey man, congrats on the turbo. Let us know the complete cost and install. Marcus, someone had asked at the start of the video, the complete cost at this current moment just to purchase the turbos, $2,250 plus $800 for core charge plus tax. That was somewhere around $3,300. When you install them, you send them back your old cores, and they refund you back the $800. If you have a Red Sport, it's about $200 more. So final cost with per turbos, with the exception of core charge, is probably gonna be somewhere around $2,400, $2,500 because of taxes and stuff like that. So that's the average cost. Pures are like almost double, but some people are different. They really might want to get pures. Dre, yo, first stream, what's good, fam? Yo, Drew, welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the chat. Haven't been on here maybe about 2 weeks. So if you gotta ask a question, just drop it in the chat. I'm gonna try my best to get to it. You might have me on here for hours. You might go get something to eat, take a nap, come back, and I'm gonna still be on live. Red Sport, and what is the widest tire I can fit on a 2018? Well, that's what I just asked that. Yo, Red Sporting, I swear I just answered that question, bro. I just answered that. I said the widest tire you can put on is a 325. I've seen someone put a 325 on their Q60 and their Q50. You on stock height, and you said 20-inch wheels or 20 by 10. So you can go with, when I used to work on the tires, you can fit a 305 on a 10-inch. You can fit. I've seen it done plenty of times. It just depends on the construction of that specific tire brand. It's just that it always will fit. It's just that you don't want it to bulge and crown a little bit on the top of the tire edge. You kind of want the tire to still be straight. But when you put a too wide of a tire on a narrow wheel, what happens is the tire will start crowning at the top a little bit. That's what I've noticed. But you should be able to fit a 305. What is the offset of your wheels at Sporting 818? What is the offset? Because if your offset is like let's say plus 45, you should be okay. But I would recommend going with a plus 55. But if you are plus 45, you should be able to. If not, it's already on your car. Just eyeball it. If you're clearing it at 285, 305 is about 20 millimeters wider. That means 10 millimeters on this side of the tire will be more out, and 10 millimeters on this side of the tire, which goes towards the body car, will be more in. So 10 millimeters is nothing. That's like this much. Oh, what's going on, fam? I'm sorry, man. I don't want to mispronounce names and destroy it in the chat, but I appreciate you very much. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and love all your content. I'm appreciative so much of that. I don't have a shot or anything. There is a little bit of drinking here. It's Saturday, Come on. We got stay-at-home orders in New York City, so got to catch a little drink during the afternoon. But I appreciate that so much, brother. I'm thankful. I'm very thankful for that. But anyway, let me continue to go. But yeah, at 818, let me know. Danny, Infiniti are pulling out of Europe. Yes, they are. Any news on whether they'll be pulling out of America? I don't think they're going to pull out of America. Reason being is Infiniti was made and trademarked in the United States. It was started here. So I don't think they would pull out of here. That's just me being honest. Sorry, let me just fix that. I don't think they would do that. What they would probably do is close down a lot more dealerships and try their best to restructure the company to save money. That's what I see them doing. Their sales are just too weak in Europe too. That's why. Same thing for Australia. Thanks, man. Okay, tell you to move. I live in England and drive a Q60. Okay, cool, man. Okay, cool. Thanks, man. I'm gonna tell my friends about you. I appreciate that, man. Everyone keeps calling me a goat. Listen, I just like helping you guys. That's just me being honest. I just like helping you guys. I know how it is when you start off on a new platform and there's nobody who really wants to give information. There's nobody documented. It's only a few people you can really talk to. So I'm just glad I could be one of the people out there to give you guys the information that you want and what you need. Let me see. Let's go forward. What are some of your favorite Q50s out there on IG? Probably would be Alex. Pretty much the Miami boys. I'm telling you right now. You know what? Let me just say it on video. Miami dudes and Cali dudes are both killing it. They are going at it like those guys' cars are freaking sick. They look great. Like Q50s and Q60s. So I can't pick. I can't say my complete favorite because they all have different setups and I just love it. But Miami and Cali dudes are not really that much performance dudes. I'm just being honest with you guys. Like you guys like their showboat and have their cars sexy. But Texas dudes and Atlanta dudes, Atlanta like northeast and southern a little bit, we like power. We like power. Midwest, we like power. We don't really care about bags and stuff like that. But everybody got to pick what they like. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes the car world so great. Let me just speed up a little bit. Hey, guys, hit that like button. Yo, at Malco, he's right. I got 47 of you guys watching this video right now. And where are my likes? I got 23 likes. Come on, man. Hit the like button. If I got 47 guys watching, I should have, and gals, I should have 47 likes also. Okay, would you consider Garrett turbos that eventually will come with the AMS turbo kit? At this current moment in my life, no, because I know they're going to be expensive. That's probably why. But in the future, you never know what would ever happen. I'm making more income. My life gets even better. I could be able to afford more stuff. I still have the car around. I love the car. Yeah, I would see myself doing it if money wasn't actually a factor. I would see myself doing it. John, sport. Okay, on my I show. Okay, cool. Radio caliper. Yeah, I saw that you changed out your calipers, bro. You got 6-piston calipers in your front of your Q50 now. Freaking great. Okay, we're have Sunday now. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. 1 second, guys. I'm just going through the questions. Alan, I want to buy my first used Q50 3.7, 3.T. What is your quickly first choice? Okay, so he asking me if it was up to me, which car would I purchase, 3.0T or 3.7? This is one of the most common questions that I get all the time, and you guys probably should answer his question right now. Answer Trotter right now, or Trottier. Apologize. Tell this guy what you think, which car you should get. But I'm gonna jump in and say it quickly. I'm gonna have to go with 3.0T. Sorry, I'm a VQ guy, like here, but the VQ, the ceiling, the glass ceiling is just so low. That's it. It's just at some point it just costs too much to make power. The 3.0Ts, the car is so much more affordable now that it wouldn't make sense to get a 3.7. I'm just being honest with my 3.7 guys. Hear me out. If you guys have to go and purchase a car right now, let's be honest. You can get a 2015 Q50 with low mileage, 3.7 for like 15 grand. But then you can also get a 2016 Q50 3.0T with low mileage for about 20. So $5,000 more. You'll spend $5,000 more. That's expensive, but then it's easier and still way more affordable to make power. The 3.7 is going to cost a lot of money to match the power of the 3.0T. That's why I would do that when it comes to performance. But if you guys are talking about, listen, you just want this car to be sexy, clean, music, wheels, anything that's not really necessarily done with performance, I would honestly say 3.7. That's a workhorse car right there. That car is a workhorse. You can also upgrade to the 2018 bumpers. You can change out the seats. You can do a lot with it. So you can update the look of the 3.7. So it's up to you. All right, let me just speed up, guys, a little bit. I'm back on my questions. So Nissan says they are focusing on 3 main countries, USA, Japan, and China. That makes sense. Also, does downshifting hurt the car? I've been downshifting all all my Nissan Infinitis my whole life. I don't see where it would hurt other than over time if you never change your transmission fluid and it keeps heating up and you just do it repetitively. But engine braking is something that all cars do. I mean, we have rev matching already, so just saying. That's my opinion, though. I'm just some guy for YouTube. Jesus, my lease on my Red Sport ends November 2022. What are your expectations for 2022 Q50, and do you think it'll be worth it to upgrade? At Jesus, we don't even know if Infiniti is gonna be here. Just being honest. Right now, I know you know what's going on. We don't even know where the United States, the world will be financially in the next 4 months. At least a year ago, we were like, okay, it would be kind of good. But it wasn't until December of last year we were like, hey, what's this virus? Now we're here and we're like, whoa, wait, what's the next 3 months going to be like? Car sales might be dropping. House sales might be dropping. A lot of people are going to be going to debt. A lot of people are going to go for foreclosure. A lot of people are going to end up moving to different places that they can't afford anymore. A lot of people may not be purchasing expensive things as they used to before. Like, people live a different standard of life. So me just being honest, I don't know if Infiniti's going to be here. I would love for them to be here, but they're going to have to do something drastic that makes it affordable, which they are good at, for being affordable. But also on top of that, they're going to have to be revolutionary where they will get eyes on them again. So honestly, they want the Q50 to probably be hybrid or and/or electric. That's the only thing I could see. Hybrid vehicle, hybrid 2.0T, hybrid 3.0T, or full electric. We'll see what happens. Or hybrid parallel electric. I don't even know what's going to look like, but we'll see. We'll see. There are downsides in their company. What's going on, Jacob? What's going on, QC? Jesus, if you lived in Cali, would you go E85? Yes, I would. Jesus, 91 sucks. Yes, it does. I put 91 in my car one time because they only had 91 in my car. I felt the difference on the 3.7 and the 3.0T. Okay, let me just speed up with the questions, brothers and gals, if I have a few gals in the chat. Guys already answered this guy's question about the 3.7. Chrome, don't go. Sleeper, baby. I like to blend in. No cop magnet for me. Yeah. Oh, wait. F6674. What does that mean, that foe? What does that mean? I'm going to just check it a little later. Any good tuners in NY? I live in CT and extremely limited out here. I got a G37. Oh, well, at Drew, a lot of people could tune the VQ platform a lot. I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what tuner is good up there, but you also have Real Auto Dynamics over here, and that's about it. I don't know too much any other tuners in New York City area. You can also go to RT Tuning in Pennsylvania, but a lot of people in this day and age, what they do is they get remote tunes. Remote tunes is pretty much they'll send you. Shoot, let me just use an example right here. I don't have my dongle, but they'll send a little dongle that comes in here and it plugs into your OBD, and they can pretty much tune your car from wherever they're at in the world. You just do a few pulls on the highway, you come back, and they'll just keep sending you reflashes until your car is running right. That's it. So remote tuning may be it. If you want to get a remote tune, you can definitely check out Monsef at Admin Tuning. Or you can also check with Z1 Motorsports. They also do remote tuning, Specialty Z. So a few people are probably going to jump in the chat and tell you right now. So just look through the chat and see what these guys say. But those are some of the names I threw out there. But there's a lot of tuners for the VQ 3.7 world. Let me see. Yeah, you guys already answered that. Okay, be honest, Boost. This Gen M4 or Q60 RS. In about a year, I'm planning on buying a second car. So wait. At Hollow Point, you're saying, would you get an M4 this gen or a Q60 RS? To be quite honest with Hollow Point, because some of you guys are watching, he asked a really good question. If I'm getting this right at Hollow Point, should you get a gen, pretty much this current gen M4, or should you get a Q60 RS or just a regular 3.0T because it's the same motor? Just being honest. To be straight up with you guys, you can get the Lineage of an M4. M4s are really dope cars. But I'm always going to sit there and say this. There's one major issue, I would say, with those cars. The crank hub. You have to end up changing the crank hub at some point. It's just something that's going to have to be dubbed. Just like on the older M3s, you have to change out the rod bearings. Those cars, you have to change out the crank hub. If you're going to want to start modifying it and add power to it, you have to change out the crank hub. That job could be between $5,000 to $8,000 to get done. It's expensive, but it's something that you have to do or you're going to blow your motor. At least with these cars, yes, you may lose a turbo. That could happen. So it seems like not a lot of people losing their turbos. I am losing one though, unfortunately. But to move forward, what I'm speaking about, turbos to change on these cars, you go with RT turbos. They're about $2,200, and you try someone will maybe charge you another what, $1,000 to $1,500 to install it. So, and you'll make about 500 horsepower, 500 wheel horsepower on 93 fuel, 550 plus on E85, depending on how hard they push the tune. But it's up to you, man. It's really up to you. But I think it's a really good question. But if it was up to me, I'll still stick with the Q60 because it's still newer looking car. I can get an all-wheel drive, and you get Nissan Infiniti reliability, at least when it comes to motor and trans. The dual clutches in the M4 too. I don't really like dual clutches. They wear out. You have to service those. So that's why I really wouldn't go with the M4. My M4 question was on me on my second account. Okay, cool. John 3.7. Okay, so that was NYC Fly guy who answered that. Okay. 3.7 needs forced induction to make raw power. Granted, 3.7 sounds fantastic and it's bulletproof. It's really good. It's bulletproof when people mod it properly. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to just run through some of the questions here. I hate getting backed up on questions. Okay, cool. Well, time to put the map. I want to bag my Q50 in the red color. That's fine. You can do that, Oscar. Thanks for the answer. Welcome, bro. FO. Is there any direct replacement turbos that are bigger and won't be known to the dealer? I mean, can I buy any bigger turbos and replace my OEM turbos and they will look like originals from the outside? At FO, yes, those are called from two companies, RT Tuning and Pure Turbos. You're probably new to the channel, but it is what it is. I'll just briefly explain to it. They're both OEM replacements. Only thing they do is with the RT turbos, they'll change out the turbine on the cold side. It's about 20 to 30% more efficient, so it's a little better. You can put out the same amount of more CFM of charged air, which is just more efficient. The Pure Turbos, they change out the hot side and cold side turbine, and they also bore out the housing to just let a little bit more of air in the induction. Those are a little bit more expensive, but yes, those are OEM replacements. All the fastest cars have them already. Pretty much that's it. Most people are making between 500 wheel on 490 to 500 wheel on the RT turbos. Most people are making about 510 to 530 wheel on 93 on the Pure turbos. So those are the only ones on the market at this current moment, bro. All right. Okay, cool. Everybody hit that like button. Spears is right. I got 51 people in the chat hanging out, but no likes, man. 34 likes out of 51. What's up? Good afternoon. If you're jumping into the chat right now, write down a question. I'm here hanging out with you guys on this Saturday. Once again, I just want to say thank you for you guys just coming and hanging out with me. I'm answering you guys' questions. I got a little backdrop. I took some of the revenue, had to get a little backdrop, and I got a little ring here too. I got a little ring so I can adjust the light. See, look. See that? Yeah, see? So I'm investing. You got to invest in yourself sometimes, you know? So we're growing. We're getting to be a bigger channel. We got backdrop and lights now. But anyways, what are the best flow cats for the Q50? At CSW, to be honest, I do not know. But when I look up, let's say parts, I try to see what is the best design or the best metals that they would use. In this case, you're talking about high flow cats. You want to see what cell count they use. I can't remember if the cell is a larger number, it flows better. But let's say it's a cell count of 100. I think 100 is when it flows the quickest and the best. And then you have like a cell count of like 400. That means it's a little bit more restrictive. So different high flow cats have a different cell count. So just double check me, but I know the cell count determines the flow rate of the exhaust. All right. So just look, that's what I would recommend looking into. And also, you can just look up reviews and see if anybody even having any issues. Gustav did a muffler delete. I took off the resonators and mufflers, basically straight popped. I noticed a slight noise when downshifting. Could it be an exhaust leak issue? I'm not too positive, bro. Just double check. If you know you made a change in your car recently and then after a few days it got worse, progressively worse, then yeah, always double check your work. Nuts and bolts and washers get loose over time, or we sometimes we think we tighten it enough and we really didn't. So that's my recommendation. Oscar, what is your other job? My current job, I am a meter service tech. So I work in the natural gas industry. That's what I do as my main job. This isn't really a job. This is just something I do for fun. I really enjoy doing this and documenting my journey. Like I never made a YouTube like, yeah, I want to become the biggest YouTube star. I was just like, yo, I really love my Q50. I really like Nissan Infiniti vehicles. Maybe I should just start recording, just start doing it. And now I'm here, and I'm consistent. I enjoy it. I enjoy talking with you guys. I never thought I would even be here just, spewing verbiage at the camera right now. And that's what makes it so fun. Let me see. 1 second, guys. John, good luck getting plates. My MA only has 8 RMV open. See what I'm saying? You probably have your DMV open. We don't have no DMV open in New York City. So you can't even get a car right now. Like, I hate New York, man. New York, I love New York, but sometimes we're so behind with things. But I guess because we have the most number of the COVID um, stuff going on, that makes sense. But I still think that's an essential business. People, our licenses are expended, like expired, their registration, inspections, a lot of stuff is backed up. People need to get some of this stuff done. They have to open up at some period at some time. Let me just try to speed up on these questions because then I'm gonna just go on. I'm gonna go on Instagram real quick. I want to get a few people off Instagram that's missing this live because these guys are gonna ask me a bunch of questions on Instagram and be like, "Yo, you didn't go live because I was live on YouTube." Okay, Drew. Also, when I put my AC on and put the pedal to the metal, it squeaks a lot before I shift to the next gear. Is there a belt issue or defect? Definitely take a look. If it's squeaking a lot, well, if your AC is off and it's not squeaking, and you turn the AC on and it's squeaking, then it's probably the clutch or something, the clutch packs or the bearing or something on the AC that's making all that noise. But this is just an assumption. I'm just some random dude on YouTube. I'm not a mechanic working on your car right now to actually take a look. So I would always recommend taking to a dealer or taking to a mechanic, someone you know who can determine the problem. But if you really want to see if it's the belt, I'm going to tell you this. Don't mess up, okay? I'm gonna give you the game, all right? This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna turn the car on. You're gonna take a little bit of water, like this. You don't drink it, but if you want to, you can. You're gonna pour a little bit of water on the belt. If the squeaking goes away when you pour water on the belt, then you know the belt is wearing out. That's it. All right. So next, pure. Wait. John is installing. Okay, get it. Good luck. Okay, cool. For FO, pure makes about 30% more. Yep. Okay, cool. Jordan White, what's going on? Thoughts on moving from 5W30 oil to 540? I live in Canada. From what I know, when it comes to 40 weight, usually the heat tolerance is a little better than 30 weight. So give it a shot. A lot of high horsepower cars usually go with a heavier weight of oil. We go for a lighter weight of oil for economy purposes, but it's still a turbocharged car and it's modified. So give it a shot. See if you're getting any more oil consumption, and maybe it has better heat tolerances going with a 40 weight rather than a 30 weight. Do I have to hook up the fuel wires to my JB4? If you don't want to at future, if you don't want to, you don't have to. That's my recommendation. Fuel wires are really only good when you're road racing. Daily driving, they don't turn on. They don't do anything. So it's just there only when you like really road racing. That's it. Let me see. What's going on, man? What up? I've raced in the summer with 030 and my VPN is just fine. Blackstone. I do analysis every oil change. The issue is fuel and oil. If tune change, yeah, there's gonna be a lot more blow by when we turn up the boost. I mean, I have 5W30 now. I don't really see the sense of using 030 because 030 is really only good. I mean, you live upstate, so in the winter, you would need a I need to fix the camera a little bit here. Come on. Yeah, you live in a little higher than me, so you're gonna need the zero. So it's like I use zero, but in the summer, I just run 530. Okay, cool. You're okay, cool. How do you like? Wait, I don't know. How do you like it? I don't know what you mean. What HX do you recommend that's best bang for its buck? Not trying to spend $800 on AMS. Well, I'm gonna be quite honest with you. If people, I'm to be honest, all right. The ones that are closest to AMS when it comes to design and surface area is two brands. PLM, once again, PLM, I think it's private label manufacturing. And you also have Mishimoto. I don't see a problem with you going with a Mishimoto brand at all. Definitely try out the Mishimoto brand. You may like it. You really may enjoy it. I was supposed to work on a sponsorship with Mishimoto. I'm telling you guys on video. I was supposed to work on a sponsorship with Mishimoto. I definitely DM'd them because I really wanted to get their heat exchanger. I had the Burger tuning one now. And Mishimoto, let's just say they offered me a really crappy percentage. And I said, if I'm going to recommend your product, at which I am because I'm going to have it on my car, the percentage they will offer me was like a Black Friday sale, like 10%, like 12%. And I was like, I'm not going to pay 12% off your heat exchanger. Why would I do so? It doesn't make sense. Knowing that you guys always ask my opinion on things, and you take my word and you go buy products. So I said, listen, these guys are gonna go run and buy your product. Like, can you give a bit more off? And it was just like, okay, 15. What? That's not enough. But it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm just some random dude from YouTube. Let me move forward. But yes, I will go with the Mishimoto. John, okay, fast intention makes fantastic CATBACK downpipes, makes more torque than catless downpipes. I actually wonder why that is. I think it's probably easier for them to control the exhaust flow with the wastegates and some back pressure on the turbines. That's the only thing I'm thinking. I'm a huge fast intentions fan. I actually do like fast intentions. I just don't like how long it takes to get the exhaust, but everyone tells me it's well worth it when you finally get it. Okay, the new GTR has the same motor as the 3.0T, so can we swap the trans? No, bro, we can't do that. And the GTR, our motor comes from the GTR motor. We're derivative or derived from that. 3.8 VR, 3.0T VR. Get it? But no, we can't swap trans. I got my girlfriend a car and she can't get plates. Yeah, that's freaking bullshit. Oh shoot, someone dropped money in the chat. See, look, oh my god, this thing is like not showing it. How isn't okay? Thank you, Draco. I really appreciate that. I'm so sorry, man. It didn't give me any notification. Will you do a time attack in the future? I would love to do a time attack in the future. Like I would love to do a time attack in the future. But I want to do a time attack / autocross thing like that with the G37. I just rather do it because I think that car is gonna be way more analog. This car is pretty much my, it's my mom's car. But you know what I mean. Once you start like really throwing stuff at things, you don't want it to break. So I'm very afraid of like breaking anything on the Q. But the G, I know that it's gonna take the abuse, and if something breaks, it'll be a lot more affordable and cheap for me to fix than the Q, if you know what I mean. And Patreon. Now I'm not gonna do a Patreon. Jordan White, okay. What are some of the basic maintenance tips for the Q50? Say you want to check your car monthly and weekly. I would recommend just looking at the maintenance list that Infiniti gives you. It's probably online as a PDF, but I would just take that maintenance list and do the stuff a lot quicker. For instance, I already did my diff maintenance. I did the front and back already. I have 20,000 miles. They said don't do the diff until like 60 or 50. I did it already because I said I'm gonna do it now. That's it. This car is going through. It's going through everything. Next, I'm gonna end up doing is changing the transmission fluid probably within the next 5,000, and the transfer case. I'm gonna end up changing that too at the same time. So, I would recommend oil changes every 2,000 to 3,000 miles. Screw that 10,000 mile BS that they tell you. I'm not driving the first 10,000 miles on the same oil. I just don't feel comfortable with that. but every 2,000-3,000 miles, why not? It's a small price to pay to make sure you have clean oil. I'm just saying. And everything else you could do every 10 to 20,000 miles. If you got this car used, just do everything one time. At least you know where you started off at. If you just go and get everything done one time, you know where to start off at. You change everything in January of next year. You're like, I only did about 2,000 miles on the car. Maybe I should change the oil now. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. Good question, though, Asus. Appreciate that. If you replace the VQ belt uses a Gator part number better than OEM, it's a 37 today. Yeah, it's cold up there, bro. It was 34 this morning in New York for a heat exchanger MS for ease acceleration. Okay, yeah. I mean, the Mishimoto also has a bleeder valve and all that too. So they definitely, I gotta give it to Mishimoto. They gotten a lot better, and they took long enough to come to the game. But I think their price point is really good. If it didn't have the AMS name, that heat exchanger would be cheaper. I'm just being honest. How fast does the Q50 interior wear down? I wouldn't know, Jonathan. Any protective suggestions? Jonathan, I really wouldn't know. I'm sorry. I really wish I can give you some opinion. Anybody's watching the chat, answer Jonathan's question. Ways to protect the interior a lot more. I really wish I was good at like maintenance and keeping the leather or leather it good. But I know some of you guys are so good at that. So if you can chime in to Jonathan and just give him some suggestions. Thank you for your info. Yeah, at CSW. Sorry. Yeah, John's been in this community for a good amount of time, and his car is freaking nice and fast too. But he's definitely such a great help, man. I appreciate you, John. I'm coming back from deployment soon. Would you recommend an all-wheel drive Q60 Premium or a Scat Pack? Oh my God, here we go with the. Let me drink. All right. Let me be honest with you. I'm around Mopar dudes. I love Mopar dudes. Cool. Let's be honest. I love Mopar dudes. But that 6.4, once again, it's like the 3.7. It has a glass ceiling. There's only but so much performance you can get out that car. It is basically going to be over 500 horsepower after you tune in intakes. You add a headers or free-flowing exhaust to it. It looks great interior space. It's just not all-wheel drive. But at some point, that's it when it comes to power. If you don't care about power, being honest with you, if you don't care about power, it's fine. Get this. I would get a 392 snack pack. I would get that all day. But if you care about power in the sense you want to have a higher ceiling, you want to be able to do more. Let's say you want the car to be a little bit more luxurious, more of a sports car feel. You're okay with not having V8 noises. You rather have turbo noises, blower valves than V8s. Then I would recommend the Q50 Q60 all-wheel drive. But you're also comparing a two-door to a four-door. Right? Or you'll probably get like a Challenger, I would assume, like a Challenger wide body or something like that. I would actually just get a if you can get a wide body Hellcat Challenger. I would just go that and not get the Q60. Boom, there it goes. That's it. Like 700 something horsepower, wide body Hellcat Challenger Q60. I'll just go over there. That's my opinion. But anyways, big fan, man. Thank you, General Insight. Next model will be blower valves. Any suggestions? There's only like one blower valve system on the market, HKS. I believe RT Tuning uses tile blower valves. Check them out, RT Tuning. I believe they have their own blower valve system, but no other companies really jump in and made anything yet. James, okay, cool. John, I'm an OG. Yeah. Your brake calipers look great, by the way. Sorry about the exhaust. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. The calipers I did on a really cheap budget, and I definitely love how they came out. They're a little ricey, but they definitely came out well. Also, on top of that, the exhaust is fine. My exhaust was okay. I took it off because I was just trying to free up some money to buy some more stuff, and there's things that I've been purchasing for the channel, so it's good to just kind of recoup some of the money. So like the backdrop and this little light thing, and there's a few little things that I've purchased for my camera equipment that when I sell the AXLEBACK, I can be able to get some money back. You know what I mean? But excuse me. But in all honesty, I really love the stock exhaust sound now. No, I mean muffler. Remember, I have lower downpipes, YPIPE, and mid-pipe from Rev 9. So it's a free-flowing exhaust, just to have a stock muffler on, and it's quiet. I love hearing the turbos again now. And it's nice being quiet fast because no one suspects me. Like if I come to a stoplight, no one's gonna look at my car and be like, that car's so loud. Like no one's gonna notice. But when I take off and leave you with the baby on board stick in the back, you know what I'm saying? Like no one wants to lose to the quiet Q50. Like it's kind of cool. And I'm gonna upgrade the turbos too and have a stock muffler. Like that's some real sleeper status. 600 horsepower Q50 with that's quiet. Just imagine that. But anyways, that's just me. I also have HQ Buffer. Yeah, sub boo. Okay, what's going on, Anthony? All right. Would lower down pipes and JB4 be okay for the Q50? I've had lower down pipes and JB4 on my Q50 for like a year and some change before I went tuned. Perfectly fine. I didn't run into any issues personally. A lot of other people haven't run into any issues, but a guy did hit me up recently and said he installed, a guy from Canada, he's on my IG. He said he installed lower down pipes and he did it with his friend and he's getting some oxygen sensor codes. But I've only had maybe about 5 people within the last year who sent me a message saying that they had some kind of code by installing that lower down pipes. But everybody, no issues. Okay, cool. Yes, lower down pipes are good. OEM secondary caps are the biggest choke point. Are you turbos plug and play, or do you have to change others? Anthony, I'm very confused what you're saying. Dory, I suck at texting. Okay. Sorry, I suck at texting. If you're talking about the turbos I have on the car currently, the ones I'm gonna go with, the RT turbos, yes, they're plug and play. I don't have to do anything else at all. This all stock fuel system and all that. Bear with me, guys. I'm also wait. Did he get into 10s? Yes, John. We got our first non-shop car in 10s. Oh my God. Oh yes. I'm sorry, guys. We have our first at this current moment non-shop car, stock turbos, untouched, unchanged, in 10s. Shout out to Daily Q50. I was talking to him yesterday. This guy was I'm freaking excited about this. Oh God, I'm so excited because he's on stock turbos. They were never changed. Oh my God. Oh my God. Give bear with me. I just whoo. Okay. I'm gonna ask you guys questions. All right. Daily Q50 is on IG. He's tuned by AMS. He's running E30 mix. He's running stock turbos, not RTs, not pure stock turbos. And he's been setting this car up trying to chase 10s. And at this current moment, he ran 1097. He didn't set a mile an hour, but he ran 1097. Did he put the slip? John, I'm gonna tell you right now what he ran because I know John wants to know. He ran 1097 at 125 miles an hour, and his 60 foot was 1.66. Yes! Woo! His 8th mile was 100 miles an hour. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so freaking excited for this dude. Oh my God. I'm just whoo. But anyways, let me answer you guys' questions, man. I'm sorry. I got a little emotional just now. Oh my God. I think I'm gonna start crying. Woo. Okay. Oh, works ECU text at 3.5 liters and 3.7. What do you think? We said 3.5 liter models too, or 3.7 liter. I can't remember, bro. I swear the ECU tech could use for 3.5. 3.5 is like the hybrids. No, there's no tune for hybrids. 3.7 liter models. I believe ECU tech should make support for the 3.7 BQs under the Q50, but you can go with up rev too. You can definitely go with up rev too. Bear with me, guys. I'm also going live on IG here, and I'm trying to see who is not faster than a 750 motorcycle. What do you think about Project Black S? James Godman. What's going on, man? Goodman. What do you think of the Project Black S? Is an amazing vehicle, bro, that we're never going to get. We're never going to get it. What's going on, everybody? Bear with me. That's everyone that's on my YouTube right now. I actually went live on IG too on my phone. And I'm just reminding these guys because these brothers and sisters of mine don't have their notification bell on to know that I'm on YouTube. But these guys will be in my DM asking me 1,000,001 questions because I love them so much. So what's going on, everybody, on Instagram? Why are you not on my YouTube right now? I'm on YouTube. for an hour now, and I'm answering plenty of everyone's questions. This is the best time for us to talk. I got a little UFO in the background. If you don't see that, you guys don't see the UFO on YouTube, but they say see it on Instagram. But definitely, guys, if you can jump from my IG and go over to my YouTube. I'm on live, answer a bunch of questions. I would love to get you guys there so we can talk a little bit more. But if you can't go over there, it's cool. But definitely go to my YouTube right now. Go to the YouTube. I'm going to get back to the question. So go to the YouTube. What's going on, everybody? Go to the YouTube. We over there. That's where we hanging out at. All right? Cool. Check y'all guys later. Okay, cool. So I'm back to answering you guys' questions. Hopefully the IG fellow brothers and sisters jump in so we can have a little party, because I just want to give Daily Q50 a shout out. I'm so happy for this dude. He really got into the 10s. That's freaking great. Fast, okay, good to know. Black S's vaporware will be never see it. Yeah, but they drive that car daily, bro. That black Q60S, they drove that car for the last 5 years daily. It has plates and all. I'm trying to beat some V8s. Alvin, you can always beat some V8s. Okay, Woodlord, yeah, you can definitely beat V8s. Just make sure you do some dig races. Suggestion: should I buy an AMS performance pack or just buy them separately? At Gonzalez, it's up to you. To be honest, AMS makes great. Repeat, AMS makes great products, but some things you do not have to purchase all from AMS. I'm always gonna say that because I'm not gonna push AMS. AMS is not paying me or sponsoring me either, so that's it. But even then, I like to be true and just say, listen, there's more affordable brands out there that's gonna give you the same benefits. I'm just saying, that's my honest opinion. Okay, cool. And yeah, if you buy it separately, I don't know. It's totally up to you, man. What supercars can a Q at least keep up with F-tuned? At James Goodwin, to be honest, you said supercars. What is a supercar, bro? Like, tell me honestly, what is a supercar? Because can I say a red eye Hellcat is a supercar? It does have 798 798 horsepower. Not much stock cars out here could keep up with it. I'm just saying, in a road race, like a GT3 stock, they're racing down the highway. Yeah, the GT3 is gonna have a hard time trying to keep up with a Hellcat Red Eye. Just saying. What's going on, Mitch? What's up? What's going on, Il Matt? What up? You guys in the chat, man. What's up? So, James, tell me what you think, man. I heard that the 7-speed trans is laggy and unresponsive. It is a bit laggy at Joel. But when you get tuned, it does help it a lot, because if your tune is really good at the low tables, it's a lot more bearable and more predictive. But to be honest, I don't let this transmission change its own gears. I mean, if I'm regularly driving, I put in Eco. But if I know I'm doing spirited driving, I change my own gears. You hold the gear and everything. It just makes more sense. I prefer fast intention exhaust, but I have AMS parts too. 100%. That's what I'm saying. I told you earlier, I like fast intentions CATBACK. What's going on, everybody in chat? I got 52 viewers. Let me get 3 more likes, guys. 3 more likes. Whoever didn't hit the like button, hit that. Anyways, I just did a muffler delete on my 08 G37. I am definitely looking for a G37 right now. I was looking in Georgia, Florida, Michigan. You guys are charging too much for your G37 manuals. Everyone wants at least 7,500 with 115,000 miles. I know that's the going rate of those cars privately, but I can't see myself doing it, knowing that I might run into a galley gasket issue. But anyways, what was your question, bro? Sounds great. It's a little raspy. Dude does have drone. I'm pretty used to it now, and I can keep it quiet when I want to be. I mean, yes, that Milo. You're probably auto though. If you're stick, I know it sounds good, but if you're auto, sometimes it gives that droney sound. Marco, what's up, brother? What's going on, Marco? Anthony, I'm waiting on fast intentions for 2 more weeks. You see what I'm saying? But it's well worth the wait. Waiting for fast intentions is definitely well worth the wait from what everyone has told me. John will jump in and say the same thing too. Get what you get LSD. Wait, Mitch, it says, Joel, that's why you get an LSD. What did Mitch say earlier? Something about LSD. Okay. I'm just trying to see what he's talking about. Does tuning improve shifting? Yes, 100%. It definitely changes up the shifting points and how the car reacts in the transmission. Definitely. Will a Q50 Luxe with JB4 heat exchanger lower downpipes keep up with stock V8s? At Lil Era, which stock V8s? When I had my JB4 with pretty much maxed out JB4 with bolt-ons, I was beating 392s that were modded in dig races. Roll races, they were a little faster than me, but dig races, it was always a good race with modded 392. So that's pretty much a 500 horsepower car, modified, but it is a bit heavy. So the power to rate was probably very similar. Tuned, if I was tuned now versus 392s, it's a lot easier for me to beat now. They're not really much food for me anymore. They're not much food for me anymore. Okay, bear with me, guys. Any preference on cheap rotary forge brands? I'm sorry, at Zuckerberg, I don't have any recommendations on forge wheels brands. Sorry, I really don't. You know what you can do? Fitment Industries. Check out Fitment Industries. I definitely like to follow their channel, and those guys have a lot of good information on their website. Okay, what staggered wheels? Not rims. Wheels. Rim is this, the edge of the wheel. Rim is the big circle. You know what I mean. I'm just being honest. Would stagger wheels mess with the diff and the traction control system? No, not really. As long as you go with a tire that has a similar diameter. So let's say you have a 245/40 and a 275/35 in the rear. As long as it's within 3%, repeat, within 3% from the front to the rear, you'll be perfectly fine. And if you mean staggered as in 8.5 in the front and 9.5 in the rear, that doesn't affect it at all. It all depends on how tall the tire is. Okay. But what's going on, brother? A 10-inch Sport. Let's go. The Project Black S is beautiful to not make, but Infiniti's hybrid intentions are not right decision for it. Best to put a 4-liter twin turbo V8. Most people listen. The new C60 the new C63 is supposed to be 4-cylinder, bro, and turbo. You didn't hear of this? The new C63 is going to be not C43. The new C63, unless they trolling, is going to be 4-cylinder and turbo. That's all I'm saying. This is where we're headed. So look it up. Just saying. Just look it up. Look it up. Made me upset. What mileage do G37 start getting galley gasket issue? At Milo, to be quite honest, me doing my research, I actually supposed to have a video coming out this week of talking about it because I'm currently looking for a G37, so I'd rather drop info about it. It seems that people with higher mileage, the lowest one I've seen was like around 70, 80,000 miles. This is on the web looking up and seeing who's complaining about galley gasket issues. But it seems like it's more attributed to higher mileage G30 early model G37s and 370Zs. Also, it does apply to the DE motors too. People who have like Maximas and HR rev up motors on their G35 and 350Zs too. But it seems really common on the early model G37s and 370Zs. But we'll see what happens. But higher mileage got me worried. I have 130 on the dash. I mean, Milo, if you're not really having any oil issues, you really don't know if you have an oil issue unless the car starts giving you check engine lights for it. It would say like cams. It would be like low oil pressure or cam sensor codes and stuff like that. You'll start getting those when it starts messing up. But listen, man, if you took care of the car, you may not run into the issue. Bear with me, guys. Let me speed up a little bit. James Goodwin actually asked a good question earlier. He said, what would a modified Q50 keep up when it comes to supercars? So he wrote down Lambos. 93 tuned? No. You would need E85 to keep up with a lot of these cars that you need. Lambos, Ferraris, Porsches. You would need E85 on stock turbos. That's 500 wheel. You should be able to hang out with a lot of those cars. I don't know about beat some of them, but some of those Lambos only make like high 4s, mid 5s to the wheels stock. So you can hang out with them. You can definitely do some racing with them. I don't know about top end, anything from 160 plus, but anything from like 40 to 150, you should be able to hang out with them if you're on E85 stock turbos. Because when I went to my last year when I went to a event where I did the rally racing with supercars. Those cars are pretty quick. Like it was definitely fun. But yeah, they're just a little better at high end, high end mile per hour. I'm not going 150, 160 plus. I'm not doing that. No, I'm good. Nope. Let me see what else you questions you asked. You said line up on next year to keep up with it. Okay, I moved to Germany next year. I want to be able to keep up with Autobahn. I don't think these cars are really good high. Like I just said, high end mile per hour. I don't think these cars are good geared for that. Illmatic. What are the ultimate fail? Okay, what was the ultimate fail with the JB4? Basically, what pushed you into getting pushed you to get a tune? That's a good question that Illmat is asking me. He's pretty much asking me, why did I come from the JB4 boost controller to get a full-fledged tune? One, there was no glass ceiling. It was just easy to just jump into it. Reason being is the car was pretty much full bolt-on already with the JB4. I did everything that I could do with the JB4 at the moment, and I know that I couldn't beat, like, let's say, modified M3s and stuff like that. It was hard for me to beat them on JB4. It wasn't gonna happen. Also, the one thing that JB4, I would say the ultimate thing is, your 60 foots change when you go and get tuned. If you get tuned properly, you come from being a low 4-second car to being a mid to high second 0 to 60 car. That is a whole big difference. Sorry guys, I got a hair in my eye. That is a big difference. My quickest 0 to 60 time on my JB4 was 4.2. My quickest. Then, and that was with his bolt on. Once I went tune, my quickest was 3.7, but I know I could still get lower than that because it was a little cold outside. The car was spinning a little bit, so it could probably pull a 3.6. That's a huge difference when it comes to going through the track, to being at a red light. That's really honestly it. And also more control over, timing and everything with the tune, which is really good. And higher trap speeds, so I can roll race a higher mile an hour. The JB4 is going to have you trapping between 111 to 114. When you get full-fledged tune, you're trapping between 116 to 122, 121. You know what I'm saying? That's 5 mile an hour faster. That's winning races there. But anyways, I feel like that was a long question. Sorry guys if I'm holding up on you guys' questions. Okay, thank you, Gonzalez. I appreciate you very much, man. Very much. Let me just speed up on these questions. Yeah, I love the value of the monoblock wheel. 100%. Come on, John, stop saying rim, bro. Come on, wheels. You should go all out building the VR and get a 3.5 hair sport as a daily. At GQ, I do like the hybrid idea, but I don't want to have two Q50s. That's really it. The only other Infiniti that is a hybrid is the M35H, the M series. And those are still pretty expensive because I would want to get it in all-wheel drive. But I want another car that I can really beat on, that's more affordable and give guys VQ content that's just VQ 3.7 related. So, and I think it'll be really good because there's growing YouTube channels for the G37 sedan and coupe. But knowing that I have a good amount of knowledge about the platform already, I think it'll be really good to some of our viewers who have that car. It'll be more relatable to them. And plus, I really want to drive a stick shift G37 so bad. I just really do. Good information. I appreciate that. Thank you, Big Mike. That's my fellow brother. CW, good man. Okay. You will come to Germany, come to stunt. Okay, yeah, guys talking. I get 21 to 22 miles an hour over 30K miles tuned. Yeah, on the highway, I get about maybe 24 to 27. What if if it's nice straight road and everything? That's on 35 series, 40 series tires, 255/40 modified, door downpipes and all that. Is it possible to swap the GTR 3.8 into the Q50? No, bro. Why would you do that? On timing? I'm not saying, okay, at Wayman, no, I'm not saying that it can never be possible, but just imagine buying a 3.8 motor. That's expensive already from GTR. Or if you have a GTR that's wrecked. Like, if you have a GTR that's wrecked, you're like, let's say you crashed your GTR and your daily was a Q50, right? And you're like, oh my God. And they're like, yo, you can buy the car back for a specific amount of price. And it's really cheap. And you bought it back. Then you can swap it over into that. Yes, it can be done, but I don't see the sense in it. I would rather just sell the motor. The motor probably costs as much as a 3.0T right now. Just saying. But that's my opinion. And the 3.0 timing, that just sounds like it's not possible. That car has a few other pinouts on the VR30 that the 3.0T probably doesn't even have. Come to Jacksonville and help me install my coilovers at Garcia. Bro, it's probably hot out there, but I do have a coilover install video. So I know you guys gonna be out there in the heat. I don't like heat too much, but I do love to be in warm weather. But definitely just be careful when you jack the car. Use jack stands. I see a lot of people just use the jack. They don't even put the wheel under the car to see if it falls. Because if it falls, you guys lose your leg. You're gonna blame boost. I don't want that to happen to you guys. The 85 and the tune works wonders for these cars, 100%. Even for the 3.7. Names is Eric. Thank you, man. Thank you, Illmatic. I appreciate you, Eric. You have a great, amazing day, man. I appreciate it. James Goodwin, I'll be there. Okay, cool. See, that's nice that you guys are talking and everything in the chat. That's pretty dope. Seuss, how much is the install for your turbos gonna run you? I'm gonna be working with the shop. My friend owns the shop, All Out Motorworks in Long Island, New York. All Out Motorworks in Long Island, New York. At this current moment, he's supposed to be the one installing on my car. We worked out a price because I've known him for about 15 years. A lot of people go to him for business with the Q50 Q60 Infiniti family. A lot of people love the work they do on the car there. They're really good prices, cheap and fair prices. So he's just gonna take care of me. It ain't gonna be free. There's definitely nothing free in this world, but definitely he's gonna take care of me, make sure I'm taken care of. But I would say on video, a motor swap, this is because usually it's the price of a motor swap, would usually be about $1,500 to $2,000. Just saying, with this complexity of this car. Damn, the fastest I got at Palm was 127 on the long straight. I could pass the 911, but they ate me on the corners. Q50 is 4,000 pounds. Yeah, it's very hard to shed the weight on this all-wheel drive unless you go with sport seats. But even then, it's just too much weight. 3.7 is no joke. What about the transmission? I'm very confused. What you mean 3.7 and manual? Yes, 100%. That's what I wanted. What's the best brake pad to use with the BBK with the best stopping power? People jump into the chat, give them your opinion on the best brake pads you have used. But from my experience from using EBCs and Halts, Wagner's, different AutoZone pads, different Advanced Auto pads, I think Acabano pads too. I think they had sold them too there. They call like ProAct Premiums. I'm still a fan of Hawk 5.0 pads. Hawk 5.0 pads. When I had them installed on my last two cars, including this car. So I had them on 3.7. I didn't have them on the G37 because the G didn't have the Hawk 5.0s weren't out at that time. But they take a little time to start heating up. But as you add more heat to them, they get better and better. So their brake fade is like, their ceiling is really high for that. But they are dusty. And some people do complain about them squeaking. I didn't have any squeaking issues because I bedded them in properly and I use them on fresh rotors so that you don't have the squeaking on the outer edge of the brake pad. So look into Hawk 5.0 pads. I stick by it. Period. I'm probably going to change out the pads I have in my car right now with the new BBK to Hawk 5.0s, but these brake pads are been doing really good. They're a high metallic pad. I don't know what brand they are, so I may not purchase it next. But when these pads go out, I'm getting Hawk 5.0s for these calipers. Okay, cool. Look for unknown corners. Okay, we got you. I made my own FI exhaust using AFE mid pipes, Remark AXLEBACK. Welding dual resonators on a Remark literally looks like a real FI exhaust. Just saying for people waiting on the order. At Mitch, listen, this is we got to do what we got to do to survive. You know, some people can afford and also, you know, don't have time to wait. They want to be able to just go and get it now, and I get it. That I went with Rev 9 because it was one of the cheapest, most cost-effective YPIPE / MIDPIPE / AXLEBACK combo on the market. Everybody else, I did contact a few companies that made CATBACKs for my brand. They either didn't get back to me or they weren't interested in doing some kind of co-brand sponsorship. I never asked for anything free, guys. I want you guys to know this right now. The 53 people that's watching, I never asked for anything for free. I said, listen, I like your product. It looks really good. I have a good spectrum of people who enjoy watching my videos. I will definitely don't mind paying for the exhaust in full. Maybe I can get a promo code or something for my subscribers and YouTubers. I mean, YouTubers and subscribers, supporters, and everything like that. Or maybe you can give me a certain price off the product, and I still would show an unboxing video, install video, and all that. And they weren't interested. So it is what it is. That's just how business works, and I'm not upset about it. They think that their business isn't my baby, so I get it. I get it. Sometimes you got to get over. Also, some people you talk to with these businesses, they're just regular people. They don't care. They don't know who you are. But if I probably spoke to the owners, it'll probably be a different story. So, but anyways, that's pretty good though. Anthony, yeah, I watched your install. I'm gonna watch it a couple of times. Okay, cool. Appreciate that, man. Let me see. I average 11 miles mainly highway. 11 miles to the gallon mainly highway. What? That's bad. And 50. Wow. What? Why is your car only getting 11 miles per gallon and you're doing about 55 miles an hour? That's bad. That is not normal. Are you tuned, bro? Get tuned. Nah, you should not be getting. Are you on excuse me? Are you on a flame map or something to get 11 miles per gallon going 55? Nah, that's not normal. Would they be willing to remove my cats at Hoodstock? If you're talking about All Out Motorworks, yes. You can swap them out. I'm going back to All Out Motorworks to swatch my high flow caster test pipes. Good service. They still got the sale. Yeah, NYZ Fly Guy, definitely check out his YouTube channel. He's a fellow G37 owner. He's talking about All Out Motorworks in Long Island, New York. But this shop actually works the channel. He actually sponsors the channel. It's a friend of mine for about 15 years now. I'm only going to recommend you guys going to places that are going to take care of you. If you want to get your test pipes or low down pipes installed, that's the labor. It'll be $150. Period. That's it. Flat price, $150. They take care of it. They get it done. That's for my family. And they also do all the other works on our car. They're still learning our platform because they mainly deal with like Evos, BMWs, and all other type of cars. Like our platform is still new to some of the mechanics there, and including my friend, he's still like, okay, I don't know too much about these VR30s, but I have this amount of experience in the automotive world. So it's just something that it's a learning curve, if you know what I mean. But definitely check out All Out Motorworks in Long Island. You can check their IG too. That's the name. I'm all-wheel drive also. Yeah, that's too low, bro. Anthony Garcia, our AMS intakes filters one-time use? No, they're reusable. You can wash them. I've washed mine. I didn't make a video about it, but you can take them out, dip them in some hot water, or you could have some soapy water, whatever. Dip them out, shake it out, then rinse it, and then you can do it twice again if you want, and then let it dry out, and then put it back on the car. Make sure it dries. The filters need to dry. I raced with a Z1, recommended my solution was high performance carbon tech XP12. So definitely check out those brake pads he's recommending, guys. Carbon tech. Noisy in traffic though, so okay, it probably squeak a little bit. Also, you do have two-piece, no, but you have slotted rotors, don't you? Have slotted rotors. So usually when you have slotted rotors, you will hear more noise when you have a really high metallic pad. At least that's what I noticed when that's why I don't have slotted rotors on the car, because I'm cheap. That's number one. But number two, slotted rotors, they just become really noisy over time for me. Peace. Oops. Okay, cool. That Q that broke into the tens is with stock. Yes, from what I can tell you right now, VZ is actually talking about we have a new world record holder for stock turbos. Stock turbos in the tens. It's the guy name is Daily Q50. That's his name. He didn't even send me a message. I was talking to him yesterday. Daily Q50. He broke into the tens today. At 126 or 127 miles an hour, something like that. 125 at 1097. Those are stock turbos. Stock high pressure fuel pump. I believe he has a upgraded low pressure fuel pump, and he was on an E mix, probably an E30 mix. He used a launch control on the latest ECU Tech EE4, and yeah, he did it. He did it, and I'm happy for my fellow brother very much. I get 27. Okay, cool. 25. Wait, 25.6. 50 hilly curvy road stock tune. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, so Diamond gets about 25 miles per gallon, and for going usually around 50 miles an hour. Okay, that's not bad. That's with a few blasts every trip in now. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, his 11 mile an hour is well off. Even if it's 3.7, that's your car is definitely you have test pipes. That could be it. But wait, you said you're tuned. You said you have a tune. Maybe your car is tuned rich. That's the only thing I think of. Or maybe that map is a flame map or something like that. That's what I'm still thinking at Bernard. So or Bonard if you're still there. So definitely hit up your tuner. Let him know that your mile per hour is shitty. Maybe you have an exhaust leak too. So just double check some of those things because it does affect us. 11 mile an hour is not fun. That's what. Okay, cool. The carbon tech pads were OEM BBK, and now I use Furrowed. Okay, I never heard of that brand, bro. Furrowed. Never heard of that brand. Definitely never heard of it. Oh, because you're using it with your AP racing calipers. That's probably why I never heard of it. Maybe the gas tank's leaking. I mean, at GQ37, you might be right. I mean, 11 miles per gallon going 55 down the highway doesn't make sense. That's not good. But he's tuned. So maybe his tuner made his tune too rich. That could be it too. Not every tuner is created equal. James, what do your camera you record with? I want to start a channel. Well, at the start of the video, this started this live about an hour and a half ago. And one of the best cameras to start your YouTube channel with is this one, your phone. Go 1080p, shoot and record, and that's it. But you see some of my videos are really high quality. I usually shoot it with the Canon M50. This is one of the best vlogging cameras out there. I don't know if I have any links below in the bio or anything like that because I never really pushed it, but I usually use this to have better high quality videos, and it comes out pretty well, and it's pretty good. I got a bunch of setups for it and everything like that. So you can definitely check out Canon M50. But there's other cameras out there too. I would always recommend YouTube is one of the best places to find out what's the best camera that can fit your lifestyle. The reason why I use this camera is because when I'm recording, I could turn this around and it'll show me. It will show me, and I actually love that. And you could also rotate it. Oh, the mic is in the way, but you can rotate it back and everything. So that's what I love about this camera. But anyways, let me move forward. But definitely, James, if you want to start one, listen, I'll support anyone who wants to start a YouTube channel. I'm just going to say this. Always try your best to be consistent. Try to find out what you feel comfortable in talking about, what you know, what you've learned. Some people are great vloggers. They literally have nothing to deal with cars on their video channels. Like I would say Tall Guy Reviews. I have much respect for his channel, but there's really no real car stuff going on. It's really just him hanging out and a little bit of car stuff. My channel is usually majority car stuff, like this platform and car stuff. So that's what it is. Okay, cool. Okay, all right. Maybe he's driving with his handbrake on. You never know. That Danny has to go in too. If the handbrake is not fully disengaged, it will keep up. One of my cars are like that. My Maxima, the handbrake was disengaged, but it took me a while to find out that whenever I let the gas go, the car wouldn't really move up, on its own, on its own power. So after a while, I found out that the handbrake was actually sticking. So I had to spray some lithium grease or something and play with it to get it. You know what I mean? I play with it to get it to loosen up and everything like that. Okay, cool. Laker, this is a non-car question, but you mentioned in the video you were looking at buying a crib. Me too, actually. Why do you feel that now is not a good time? At Laker, I love that question. When I'm not doing YouTube stuff, I watch a lot of money channels, investment channels, stuff that deals with the market currently every day. I'm already in stocks and everything. I've been in stocks for years now, so I have a lot of knowledge and a lot of other stuff outside of this YouTube spectrum and when it comes to cars. And honestly, the reason why I chose, I'm telling you on video right now, I chose not to purchase a house right now or looking to get a house. I already have a realtor and everything like that, and the prices in New York City is sky high. But because of what's going on in the climate of the world right now, but at least this market of New York City, there's going to be a lot of foreclosures in the next 2-3 months. People will not get their jobs back. The fact that Como just briefly saying this for people watching. Como is our governor of our state. He suspended evictions. So that means that technically you don't really, if you don't want to, you don't have to pay your landlord or the homeowner, which is wrong. If you have the money, pay them. But some people have dire situations where they don't have work. So would you rather take the money that you get from unemployment and give it to your homeowner, or would you have to take that money and feed your family? So that's what's going on right now. And some of these people might be going back to the job force with no job. Like, that's it. They're going to be applying for jobs in July and August. So I chose to make a decision and wait till we ride this out, because at this current moment, I take this as a correction, but this could turn into a recession soon if this happens for the next 3-4 months, because a recession is 6 months. But technically, we kind of are in a recession, even though time-wise, it's not a recession. So that's why I chose to just stay away from the house thing. I'm going to wait till September, October. Again, usually it's slow in the colder seasons anyway. And we'll see where the climate of New York City is at the time being. But for now, I'm going to invest some of the money into the YouTube channel. That's why I chose now to buy a G37 cash. I'm going to just try to buy one cash, or maybe finance one that's like kind of cheap. But I'll just redirect my money to there, and that's it. I'm just hoping in the future I can be able to get it. I know I will, but for now, you gotta wait. You gotta wait. All right. But that was a good question, and I do appreciate that question very much, man. Very much. 11 miles an hour might be but we will be driving a Hellcat. Yeah, because 11 miles an hour is like driving a Hellcat, but a Hellcat could get almost 20 miles per gallon going 60. I'm just saying, a red eye. So that's with 315 in a rare. John, the economy is screwed with the COVID. I would not get a house now. Food could double in price. Houses prices may be good though. I mean, John, house prices, from what I've been researching, and a lot of a few other people who they are economists and they know about numbers, but they still not getting the numbers right. So from what I've been reading, it takes a little while for housing prices to correct, because you'll need more foreclosures. So that's going to take time. You would have to have a massive foreclosure in the market for us to see a correction in the house prices. So it's more going to be like more of a trickle down effect. I mean, if you think about the 2008, right? Housing prices didn't crash until like 2010, 2011. That's how long it took, because of all the faulty loans they were giving out and everything. But that's not what's going on right now. So I would rather wait a little bit. And I really just feel bad for homeowners right now. I feel bad for renters. I feel bad for everyone, because just telling people to sit in the house and we'll give you a check every week if you're unemployed, or we'll give you a $1,200 stimulus and say, be okay with that. No, you have 2 or 3 kids. You have a sick grandmother. You have your father's getting old. Your health might be impaired. Like, we all have different problems. And I just think it's insane to just think that that's okay. Like, everyone's going through a depression just by being in the house all day. Everybody has different dire needs. So I just hope we all get through it. That's all I would really want to say about that. But I appreciate the guys that are asking these questions and, talking about a little something different off of the card topics. Do you trade options? No, I don't trade options, but I just trade regular stocks, because options is a little bit confusing me, and futures and everything like that. Just regular stocks. I'm in mostly energy and solar. I would say mostly energy and solar. I may dibble and dabble with just a quick day trade, if you would say, because if you can catch, like, let's say I would say not JetBlue. Let's talk about, let's say, for instance, let's use Tesla for random. This is for people who are into stocks and may just want to ask a question. It's only be 2 minutes. Let's say just take Tesla. That Tesla is very volatile. They'll come from one day 8%, the next day 4% down, then another day 3% up. So you could kind of time them, and at some point, depending on the BS that's going on in the world, you can jump in the morning, depending on news. Because if they have news in the morning that's good, it's going to jump for a few percentage. You jump in, drop by a couple, you jump out. That's if you have a huge amount of money you trade. I'm talking about like $30,000-$40,000. So, but if you want to go with like a smaller trade, let's say, for instance, JetBlue jumps between 50 cents to $1 per day. up and down. So you can do the jump. You can jump in there too, make a quick buck, make a quick $150 for the day, and jump out. It's really up to you. You know, all depends on how much money you're moving around. But that's what I usually do. Okay, cool. Hype. Okay, motors. Okay, I don't know too much about the motors revealing in Tesla. I don't. Good looks boost. I'm a chill now to guess. Okay, cool. Diamond Fed paper over. Fed paper pampering over crash. I'll hold. Hopefully go down last time. I mean, I don't really want people to lose a lot of money when it comes to their real estate because, I mean, some people are older than me. I'm 32 right now. So some people are retiring right now and they want to cash out in their houses. They gain a lot of appreciation in their house. So some of this stuff could go towards their retirement. I would really hate to see some people lose 100 grand in equity. That's a lot. Some people don't have pensions, you know, some people's, you know, they may not have 401k. That's their money bank. So that's kind of the thing that sucks about it. I am a millennial. So I want to get something for cheap and affordable, but then I don't want the other person to be hit too hard. So that's kind of the thing that's going on in the world right now. And I feel as if media doesn't really talk about that. That there's literally two different fronts right here when it comes to just housing. But anyways, let me get back to the car stuff. Energy and pharmaceuticals, most of my portfolio. I'm considering gold as a lot of paper will be printed. Money's gonna listen. I did want to get in the commodity of like gold and minerals and stuff like that, but I see the prices are weird too. Even I just never understood that, so I just left gold alone. How long do you think it will take to switch a majority electric cars? Forever. Reason being is there's too much people out, too much big businesses, the Roths of the world, that needs to make money off of oil, period. So for us to go to full electric cars, that means we have to get rid of a lot of jobs, a lot of people that's in the infrastructure, and pretty much tell people who make billions of dollars a year, hundreds of billions of dollars a year, you guys are not going to make that anymore. That's the thing. So I wouldn't even know when we will change over to that. Anthony, what's your new turbo's potential PSI? It's probably going to be right around the same 18 to 20 PSI. Well, maybe even lower, because when you go with a more efficient turbine, that's on the Pures and or RTs, you can actually run less PSI and still put out the same amount of CFM, pretty much cubic feet per meter of CFM. Shoot, I'm mixing it up. Sorry. But pretty much you can put out less PSI and still have the same amount of boost. As I would kind of explain, it's kind of weird to say it that way. John's gonna probably jump in and butcher me up a little bit. But you guys know what I mean. But I'm probably gonna run 18 to 20 PSI and be perfectly fine. That's it. And make more power. Okay, cool. Bitcoin, gold, silver works for me too. Yeah, I'm not just the whole Bitcoin thing. I lost $1,000 in Bitcoin when it first came out. I gained money, but then I got greedy. So I was like, okay, yeah, boom. Let me just throw that. And then like it came right down. I was like, oh, the hype, the bubble pop. And I was like, oh man, I'm stuck. And I'm not gonna sit there and hold on to this Bitcoin for another 6 months until it came back up. I was like, screw that. Litecoin and all those different coins. It was just too confusing. Let me see. I'm using some of the Digital Equipment Corp retirement money for my new turbos. Next car will be electric or gas and electric. I really would love if we did have more hybrid options. Reason being, hear me out, guys. I know you guys are watching, right? The Prius is a good-looking not car. It's not a good-looking car. It's getting a lot better looking. The thing is, a lot of our favorite cars can be hybrid electric and be good looking. I never understood the fact that they'll take like this. Let's take the Toyota Camry, right? It's a hybrid. Technically, it's still a good looking car, depending on how you look at it, right? It's an everyday car. You can look at, let's say, what's another common car that's on the road that we have? A Q50, and it was hybrid. They can do the same hybrid technology for the VR30. But I guess they just chose not to because it maybe might have made it too complicated. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. If you look at a lot of other sports utilities, for instance, the Jeep. Let's take a Jeep. A lot of people have the V6 Jeeps. They can make that a four-cylinder hybrid or a turbo hybrid, or they can make it a 6-cylinder hybrid. A lot of our favorite cars that you see on the road can be hybrids. It's just that the companies or the manufacturers don't want to take the risk, or they can cost too much money, or reliability wise. No, people want to have good performance, which hybrids give you, good fuel economy, which hybrids give you. The only thing is where you're going to put the battery and where you're going to put the electric motor. That's it. That's not too hard for them to try to manufacture, in my opinion. But anyways, Pure Turbo has a horsepower graph on 93 pump, worth a look. Yeah, it's between 510 and 5. Well, I would say is this. Let's just say I don't want to come at some of the people, because I know some of the people who are Pures, but people talk within the community, and the little bird in the sky was saying was, few of those dyno graphs for Pures were done on 100 octane fuel and/or boosting, and let's just say they pushed the turbos to like 23, 24 psi. So of course you're going to see good numbers, but you know, old dynos are different. But the next 5 to 7 years away, my Q50 will be hopefully. I mean, we'll see what happens. What happens with the Q50 3.0T. GQ3750. It's hard to argue with the Q50 hybrid sport, 360 horsepower, instant torque. I love mine. Black S would intended. That's what I'm saying. It's good technology. It's just that Infiniti, I think, just was like, all right, we're going to do something completely new, which they did. The newer Infinitis are supposed to have the 4-cylinder electric motor, the one with the variable compression ratio motor, whatever. And that motor does not power the front and drive axles directly, which means there's no linkage. That motor is only there to charge the generators and/or battery packs for the electric motors for the front and rear drive axle. So it's kind of like the Karma, whatever it's called. It's an old car that came about 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. It's like, I think they call it parallel hybrids. So the motor doesn't directly give power to the drive axle. It powers the electric motors, and then the electric motors power the drive axles, which means that your car feels like an electric car, because it basically is driven on electric, but the motor is there to power the electric motors, which is a good idea. What year G37 I'm looking at? Anthony, I'm looking between 2008 to 2010. I would love to get a 2013, 2014, but they're really expensive. They're about the cheapest I've seen was like $12,000 for a 6-speed manual, and that's of course from a dealer, but it's expensive. The reason why I want the 2012, 2013 is when they switched over the galley gasket, because the older VQs had the galley gasket issues, but after 2013-ish, they swapped over to the metal ones that are now in the Q50 3.7. That's why 3.7 guys. Q50, you guys could beat on that car all you want now. That car was the last greatest VQ ever made. So that's it. But yeah, what's the question here? G37 better with X-pipe or H-pipe? I really wouldn't know. X-pipe is really used to even out the exhaust pulses. H-pipe is kind of more for sound too. But I really won't be able to tell you, Philip. I would recommend checking a few of the YouTube videos on it. There's a lot of videos talking about X-pipe versus H-pipe. I don't really think it really does that much of a thing for our V6 cars compared to a V8. V8 cars, I believe it definitely helps. Our cars, I don't think it really helps other than scavenging effect. That's about it, just the scavenging effect. But it's up to you. Pure was at 20 and less PSI on 93, 450. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The amount of PSI, but what I'm saying is, I was told that they weren't on 93. That was a little birdie that came to me across my table. I'm not saying that's true, but that was a little birdie that was just like. So, but at the end of the day, I wanted to pull the trigger on Pure Turbos. I did email them. I did speak to the representative, but the price was just too expensive, and I didn't see the sense in it. I didn't see. I don't want to have the most powerful Q out there. I'm not looking for records. I care about reliability, The only reason I'm here right now, changing out my RT turbos for you guys, is because it's the channel, but also that $1,200 stimulus check. That's that stimulus check came in handy. It's good content for the channel. A lot of you guys are gonna possibly want to do this later down the line for your VR30, and RT tuning is about 2 hours away from me. The company, I know the people by their name, and most of the fastest Q50s out right now, the fastest ones, guess what? They have RT turbos. Yeah, that's about it. Is ECUtech a OBD plug and play, or do you have to go to a dyno shopping? No, you can everything works through a OBD, bro. They do everything through a laptop and it's through OBD. That's it. Do you have to go to a dyno? So what you're speaking about is the OBD is pretty much a way to upload the files off the ECU, right? But when you talk about the dyno thing, dyno is usually used when you want to dyno tune the car. You can dyno tune the car. That's when, let's say, the tuner is there and they'll put the car on the rollers and they'll put the car in whatever 1-to-1 ratio gear, and they'll start reading the car and see the fuel parameters and everything like that. And they'll tune your car on the dyno. This is safer. You have remote tunes where you still use the same dongle that plugs into the OBD. But the thing is, with a remote tune, you're going to have to find some empty road, preferably not dealing with any cops or troopers or public roads where you might, let's say, bother people. And you're going to do a few rolls and data log the car a few times. And you're going to send those data logs to your tuner. They're going to send you back the refresh logs, and you're going to plug it in again and upload it. And then you're going to data log the car again and see if it's running right until you feel comfortable with the tune. That's usually what that is at James. I have their site open now. Yeah, what's up, bro? What's going on, Lewis? What's going on, man? I appreciate it, Anthony. I appreciate you coming and hanging in the chat there. I'm thinking if I should go up the chat today. It's almost at 2 hours. I had a great time with you guys. Definitely. I usually like being on a lot later, but you know, it's Saturday. I already worked today. I'm a little tired, but it was great. I think we had a good time. Most of you guys, you already know, already know where to contact me. boostinmotion IG and boostinmotion on Facebook and boostinmotion@gmail.com for all the questions. You guys already know what to do. I do have merch below. That's at the Teespring account. A lot of the orders are delayed from Teespring because what's going on in the world, which sucks. But definitely you can check out those merch. I'm supposed to change up the prices. Maybe I'm gonna do that after this video. I'm gonna change up the prices because I changed the brands up because people complain they're too expensive, and they're right. I was just trying to get the best quality for you guys, but budget and emotion, you know, might as well go with the cheaper t-shirts, if you know what I mean. But yeah, need a meet out here again, man. Yeah, definitely, bro. But yeah, I'm about to check out real quick. What else I can tell you guys as an update? So whoever made it to the end right now, because I'm trying to keep the things to the end of the videos now, because who makes it to the end usually know what's going on with the car. I purchased a killer chiller for the car. John may know what I'm talking about if he's still in the video. I purchased a killer chiller for the car. Briefly, the killer chiller is going to replace the heat exchanger, and that's going to allow me to run sub-freezing temperature heat exchanger coolant in my heat exchanger system. I'm probably going to purchase the fender tank for the Q52 so I can have more fluid. That's what killer chiller told me to do. This is going to allow me to be able to run higher boost and have lower charge attempts, and my car wouldn't heat soak as quick. So this is going to be great, and I'm super excited with working with Killer Chiller. So in the next few weeks or next 2 months, hopefully I get that installed, and they're going to be able to give discount codes to all my subscribers and everything. And if you guys want to know what the price of those Killer Chillers is going to be, it should be, the basic kit should be right around $650, $700. But this is actually better than getting a heat exchanger because you can run off the Killer Chiller. That's it. You can run off of that and you'll be okay. It's perfectly fine. I love that. You can definitely toggle it so that you can have just a Killer Chiller on, or you can have the AC and the Killer Chiller on. There's different bypass ports and everything like that. But we'll get into that in future videos down the line. But I'm super excited about getting the Killer Chiller for the car in the future. Some of you guys are probably jumping in saying, Killer Chiller, what are you talking about? I'm just getting into the chat. I'm about to sign out, guys. So if you can't, just watch the video from the start. Sorry. But just hanging out with you guys for about 2 hours. So yes, this is gonna be great. Can't wait for it. Hopefully within the next 2 months, within the next 8 weeks, I can have the turbos installed on the car. I would really love to take this car to Mod to Fame roll race event with the turbos, but if not, I'm gonna go in stock turbos. So once again, guys, if you have any other questions, you already, yep, y'all know what I'm talking about. Yep, you guys already know where to contact me. boostinmotion IG, boostinmotion Facebook, and boostinmotion@gmail.com. I always have a great time hanging out with you guys. I'm gonna try my best to make this every 2 weeks because this channel is growing. And it's growing a lot faster now than I really thought. And I'm just appreciative of all you guys who watch the videos from the start to the finish. So it's very appreciative. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a safe and beautiful Saturday. Hug your mother for tomorrow. Hug your father if you have one. I don't have one, unfortunately. He's gone. But whatever you can do, hug a loved one. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Blessed day. Appreciate it.